Now in 4 News Now, the second and third rounds of the NFL Draft are in the books. We'll break down what each of the newest members of the Seahawks bring to the squad.
A warm and sunny start to the weekend. Can we count on it lasting? I'll have your first alert forecast.
There's a new homeless camp setting up in North Spokane, and people in the area are not happy. Hear who's stepping in to help. You're watching this special edition of 4 News Now.
69th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Kyle Williams, wide receiver, Washington.
Well, another Coug is heading to the NFL. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Kyle Williams, you just heard, coming off an amazing season at WSU. Let's send it over now to Sports Director Jack Wallace. And Jack, he'll be lining up with another wide receiver who played in Eastern Washington.
The moment has arrived. Kyle Williams, you are a New England Patriot, joining the other local standout with former EW Eagle Kendrick Bourne up for the Patriots. Williams makes perfect sense as a wide receiver 3 in New England's offense. Newly acquired Stephon Diggs is the main starter. Demario Douglas enters his 3rd NFL season as the likely wide receiver 2. Williams brings much needed speed and separation to the Pats receiving core, jump-starting one of the weaker offenses in the league by giving the young Drake May at quarterback a few more targets for him. The former Coug still feels a big need and should make an immediate impact this fall. So about as far from the Palouse as you can get all the way out in Foxborough. New England plays 0 games this year west of the Central Time Zone. So unfortunately, it'll be a little bit tricky to see him this season.
I'm sure there'll be other chances throughout the course of his career.
All right, let's send it over now to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker with your first alert forecast.
It's a beautiful evening across the inland Northwest after a sunny, warm day. But you will notice we've had some clouds moving in tonight. They are coming up from the south in association with a much larger system that is just barely going to brush our region this weekend, but we are going to see a fair amount of clouds in and out, especially on Saturday. Temperatures today, 74 in Spokane, 73 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 80 in Lewiston. We also got into the 80s in the Tri-Cities, as well as Moses Lake coming in at 81 degrees. Tomorrow we will, as I mentioned, be in and out of the clouds a little bit, but there'll be plenty of sunshine as well. 45 degrees to start the day. Nice warm start. We'll already be in the near 70-degree range by noon, heading to a high once again of 74. 60 degrees is our average high. There will be some spots where we could see some showers. I will go over that and have the second half of your weekend forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. The Maverick gas station at Division of Montgomery reopened this afternoon.
The area was an active crime scene earlier today while the major crimes unit looked for evidence from a deadly shooting. Here's a map of the area. Daily Habit, the coffee stand right by Maverick, was closed until 1 o'clock this afternoon because of the investigation. Mary Sheridan talked to several nearby business owners about how it impacted their customers.
Regulars at Daily Habit had to get their coffee somewhere else today. This morning, the coffee stand was caught in the middle of an active crime scene. Police responded to a shooting at the Maverick gas station just after 3 a.m. this morning.
Anyone able to clear for a shooting at the Maverick, 28 East Montgomery? We have 2 people injured.
One of those people made it to the hospital for treatment. The other died at the gas station. Major Crimes blocked off the area to search for evidence. The gas station reopened just after noon. The owner of Daily Habit told me over the phone it was important to her that her customers and employees were safe. But at the same time, she noted that it's disappointing to lose half a day of business. Other nearby businesses bore physical scars from this morning.
Take a look at some of the physical damage left behind from this morning's violence. Bullet holes are scattered along the division side of the Hennessy Funeral Home. Luckily, none of the bullets made it inside.
I came in the back, so I didn't notice them right away. But when I opened up the doors, I went and looked outside and was a little bit scared of what I saw.
Sue Belote told me there were at least 6 bullets that grazed the side of the funeral home. And while this level of violence is rare, she says that she regularly has to call Crime Check when she's at work. Further down division, Jeremy Houston works as an insurance agent. He says this morning's shooting was tragic, but that he wasn't surprised.
Yeah, definitely sad. You know, a lot of violence in Spokane, it seems like lately, and hopefully they can do something about it. I mean, it just seems way too common these days.
Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Now, no one has been arrested for this shooting. SPD's Major Crimes Unit is still investigating.
This, of course, is a developing story. We'll continue to update you on KXLY.com as we learn more. In North Spokane, concerns are growing over a homeless camp neighbors call Camp Dope. Why officials say there isn't much they can do about it.
It's another attack from the executive branch.
A lifeline for LGBTQ+ youth could be on the chopping block. Why experts say federal cuts to the 988 crisis line could have devastating consequences. Next on this special edition of 4 News Now.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
4 News Now is brought to you by Liberty Park Florist.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley Cap. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
it's okay.
Your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
96% of Subaru Foresters sold in the past 10 years are still on the road. That's more than Toyota RAV4. The Subaru Forester.
Drive a new Forester Premium for $374 a month at AutoNation Subaru.
It's Click It RV's 4th annual Family RV Sales Event, April 24th through the 27th. Get amazing discount prices from manufacturers from across the country, like Riverstone, Winnebago, StarCraft, and more. And get $2,500 over NADA for your trade. There's amazing financing with nothing down, low rates, and no payments for 90 days. And talk about giveaways. Win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash. There's free refreshments and games for the whole family. And just for fun, dunk your salesman in the dunk tank. So beat the coming tariffs and don't miss the 4th annual Family RV event at Click It RV, April 24th through the 27th.
If you have to ask why it's important to start your day early, here's your answer.
Because early is easy with a medium iced coffee, caramel or classic, for just $2.29.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
Good morning, 988, how may I help you?
A leaked budget proposal revealed the U.S. could eliminate the LGBTQ+ suicide hotline. That hotline is part of the 988 National Suicide Crisis Line, which connects callers with specialized counselors.
It's been contacted more than 1 million times since it began in 2022. Jordan Smith shows us how losing this program could put lives in jeopardy.
LGBTQ+ youth are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their peers. That's according to the Trevor Project. This extension of 988 has been a crucial resource to this population, and the numbers show it. The hotline has been contacted 1.2 million times since it began in 2022. In fact, in February of this year alone, the service was contacted more than 58,000 times. That's 2,100 contacts per day, 1.5 contacts per minute. Advocates say this lifeline has to stay in place.
It's another attack from the executive branch to a group that I feel like is pretty uncontroversial.
Matthew Danielson with Spokane Pride spoke candidly about the preliminary budget cuts to the 988 hotline.
No, it makes 0 sense.
The Trump administration is considering slashing the program as a part of a $40 billion budget cut to the Department of Health and Human Services. The Trevor Project, which is one of 7 agencies that staff this 24/7 crisis line, says there's a dire need for this resource.
The day after the election, the Trevor Project, which also runs our own crisis lines, as I mentioned, experienced a 700% surge in demand.
According to Trevor's research, nearly 40% of LGBTQ+ youth seriously considered suicide within the last year. There's been bipartisan support to solve this crisis. This proposed budget is preliminary. Henson urging the Trump administration to reconsider its position.
Keep doing this great, successful program that has brought Republicans, independents, and Democrats together in support of the health and success of every child in the United States, especially those who are at higher risk of suicide, like LGBTQ+ youth.
Now, ultimately, Congress has the final say on the federal budget. And if they approve this proposed budget, the crisis number could be defunded on October 1st when the new fiscal year begins. In studio, Jordan Smith, 4 News Now.
Universities around the region are reporting that the legal statuses of some of their international students have been reinstated.
Today, the federal government reversed the termination of legal status for students due to several court challenges around the country. That's according to the Associated Press. Here in the Inland Northwest, the University of Idaho, Washington State University, and Gonzaga University all issued statements confirming one or more of their international students have had their statuses reinstated.
There's still time to go skiing. We run out of skiers before we run out of snow around here. 3 of our resorts are closed, but 49 degrees north and Lookout Pass are still open. I checked the webcams. There's lots of snow left. I'll be back to tell you about some weather that will help melt the snow after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Do you know what pairs nicely with a French dip? Second French dip. 2 for $8. Arby's, we have the meat.
Attention, Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
At Arata's Automax, the owner's daughter, Tatum, has been helping people with special sales for over a decade.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tatum Arata. What sale are you doing now, Daddy? Daddy, what's a tax return sale? What's a blue book sale? Can people really get cash, Daddy, and a car? Daddy, does that mean $1 will buy Arata card checks on RV? I have $1.
Hurry in, everyone. Arata great deals, and remember,
we're Arata fun too.
Don't miss the sales going on now at Arata's Automax and Mitsubishi.
After a car wreck, the longer you wait, the harder it can be to get what you deserve.
After my recent accident, I called Craig Swap and Associates. They treated me fairly every step of the way.
One call, that's all.
Call the 9s, 509-999-9999.
Starting over is hard following a divorce because now it's just you. You are the one making the financial decisions for your family. As I've gone through this process, BECU was incredibly helpful, making sure that I could track down the financial documents that I needed or to open an account with my new name. I'm really proud of how far I've come, how I've been able to rebuild for myself and my family, and BECU is an important part of that.
Just when you think you've got online safety figured out, a new app pops up, then another. Predators targeting your kids where you don't expect. I'm Natalie Grant. I'll show you the 21 apps you need to know and how to protect your family. Tuesday on Good Morning Northwest.
2 French dips for $8 with au jus. Au jus? Oh, yeah! Woo! Arby's, we have the meat.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Oh my goodness, it's still so very warm right now in Spokane, 66 degrees, cooler and clearer in Coeur d'Alene, where it is 58. It's been a beautiful day. 4 things to know about your weather. We're going to stay in the 70s through Sunday. Much warmer nights, too. A lot of gardening going on, and it is looking more and more like we're going to be in the clear for quite some time. Mostly dry conditions in terms of a frost. Mostly dry conditions this weekend with some spotty mountain thunderstorms possible. Here's the latest forecast radar. Starting off at our current time, we're going to continue to see these clouds streaming up from the south, but also a little bit of wet weather. Here is noon tomorrow in the central panhandle. If you're heading to Lookout Pass, you might get a little bit of snow or some rain or a rumble of thunder. They keep a very close eye on that, though. Don't worry, you won't get caught on the lift. And then we start drying out again as we get into Saturday evening. A sprinkle or two over the mountains of northeast Washington and North Idaho. We're dry to start the day on Sunday. Again, we are going to be in and out of the clouds because we are so close to this system passing by to our south and east. On Sunday, to a lesser extent, those hit and miss mountain showers. This takes us until 5 o'clock on Sunday. Even with the clouds, it is going to be warm. Here's a look at our temperature trend over the next 7 days, and almost symmetrical curve here. 74 on Saturday, 73 on Sunday. We cool off Tuesday. This also coincides with our best chance to see precipitation over the next 7 days. And then we start warming back up again. 76 would be the warmest day of the season so far. We've had 75. This white line is our average high. All of the temperatures over the next week are above average. Tomorrow, 70s and 80s once again. 80s in Omak, Grand Coulee, Moses Lake, Wenatchee, 78 in Lewiston. And the reason it's a little bit cooler down there, which is normally oftentimes the warmest spot on the map, is because the clouds are going to be a little more opaque, and there is that possibility of showers right around the Spokane area. Temperatures ranging from 71 in Spirit Lake to 77 in 9 Mile, Meade, and downtown, 77. It's going to be a warm day downtown. Mountain showers this weekend, temperatures in the 70s, 68 Monday. Partly cloudy skies. Then there's that chance of showers on Tuesday. Then we are dry again heading into next week. Overnight lows through the 7-day forecast well into the 40s, Kirsten.
All right, sounds beautiful. Thank you, Chris. Green Acres Middle School in Spokane Valley is getting a brand new entrance to make the school safer. The Central Valley School District says adding an extra set of doors to its entrance will make the process of getting into the school more controlled. The $1.2 million project is funded by the district's 2024 levy.
Add more visibility to our secretaries and us administrators to see who's coming in and out of our building.
And if they're not safe, my kids aren't safe, then I have to answer to other people as well as also to answer to them.
The entrance at Green Acres is expected to be finished in August, but work has already started. 4 other schools in Central Valley will also have their entrances redone. That's all part of the project.
Spokane's opioid crisis is worsening, with overdose deaths up 300% since 2018, according to the Spokane County Medical Examiner. Multicare Deaconess and Valley Hospitals are taking a unique approach and earned the Community Health Leadership Award for their Medications for Opioid Use Disorder resource team. Marissa Rio introduces us to the team and shows us how they use compassion and empathy to connect with their patients.
Meet Sarah Welty and Chandel Gill, the 2-person team that runs Multicare's MOUD program. As the only hospital-based MOUD team in our area, they help patients who are battling opioid addiction.
They either come to us in active withdrawal, seeking help with detox. They come and they're a patient in the unit.
It's Sarah and Chandel's personal approach that sets them apart.
We have the time to spend with patients and really meet patients where they're at, so we can sit down with them and talk to them one-on-one.
Sarah's a nurse, so she's able to work with the patient and provide medical advice to their provider. Chandel is the team's secret weapon.
I get to kind of go in and be like, I know everything hurts. I know what that feels like. I know what you're going through. How can I help?
Relating to the patient is how Chandel breaks the ice. As someone who battled opioid addiction for years, she uses her past experiences to connect with her patients on a deeper level.
There's usually kind of like a breath of relief for a second of I don't have to filter everything that I say.
Together, Chandel and Sarah create a safe space that's free of judgment. After working with their patients and getting their withdrawals under control, Chandel and Sarah work with community partners to help get their patients further treatment. Both of them tell me that they're grateful to be part of this one-of-a-kind program. In Spokane, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
Well, high school students in Spokane are getting a rare, hands-on look at what it's like to really be a doctor, from real x-rays to real human hearts. Yeah. How med students are inspiring the next generation, next here on 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
This year, if you'd like to make your backyard fun and entertaining with a new swim spa or a relaxing new hot tub, then you need to visit Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs in the region. Featuring Cal Spas, one of the only hot tubs made in the USA that offers the highest quality of pumps and massage jets with stylish cabinet options at the best volume pricing in the market. Quality Spas of Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Spring savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick up a copy in-store. Jumbo Pack Annuals are 2 for $7. Bi-Mart bagged weed and feed, lawn food, and fertilizer are $11.99 each. Save $2 on Purina Dog Chow. Stag Chili is 2 for $4. And Skippy Peanut Butter Twin Packs are $9.99. Plus, get ready for your outdoor recreation for less. From fishing to camping and more, Bi-Mart has you covered. Save through Monday, April 28th. Bi-Mart, since 1955.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
I was suicidal all the time, thinking about it nonstop, every day, every moment.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. At NeuroStim TMS, we treat the root of the problem with a series of short daily treatments. Using a non-invasive magnetic field, TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
The treatment just completely, fundamentally changed my life.
Visit neurostimtms.com today or call to schedule your free consultation at any of our 12 Washington state locations.
Now you can listen to a podcast version of Nightline, available free wherever you listen.
Well, dozens of high school students in Spokane County got hands-on experience at the University of Washington School of Medicine. Students got to see a human heart and human bones up close.
They also got to meet medical students and see what it takes to become a doctor. Derek Strom talked with the students about this one-of-a-kind experience.
I wish that this opportunity was given to me in high school.
First-year medical students at the University of Washington School of Medicine in Spokane are creating an immersive experience for high school students. Students from all over Spokane County got to look at x-rays for fractures and examine a human heart.
I think when you're in high school, it's a little bit hard to decide what kind of career you want to do. And I think that it's a really awesome opportunity to get to see what we do here.
The students at the event were picked by Greater Spokane Incorporated for their Business After School program. GSI hopes to give students hands-on, career-focused education by partnering with organizations like the UW School of Medicine.
Just the fact that they can come out here, they can meet healthcare professionals, they can get a glimpse of what is in store for their journey should they choose to enter the medical field. And we really hope that they choose to stay right here in Spokane.
Greater Spokane Inc. hopes that giving students opportunities here to learn hands-on about medicine medicine will not only help them potentially go to school here in Spokane to pursue medicine, but also to join the workforce here as well.
It makes so much sense for us to focus on how we make sure that students know that this is a great place to pursue the next step post-high school.
Today's event also included a student panel where high schoolers could ask questions about what it takes to get into medical school, what to study on the way, and what to focus on once you get there.
We've chosen a group of medical students that have really diverse and special journeys. Not all of them went straight from college to medical school. So I think that that's a really important thing to learn, especially when you're in high school.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
2 minutes for checking to Berkeley County. Get your exclusive Spokane Chiefs debit card from Numerica today.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
It takes 5 seconds to read an average text message. If you're driving a car going 30 miles an hour, that's enough time to travel 220 feet. That's a long distance. About 3/4 of a football field. Or enough room for 15 cars. Oh, so if all that can fit inside of 220 feet, then imagine how much the road could change while you read one text. So before you start driving, put your phone out of reach and stay focused on the road. Together, we get there.
A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. George Thorogood and the Destroyers bring their roof-shaking rock party to the Coeur d'Alene Casino live Thursday, July 31st. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
96% of Subaru Foresters sold in the past 10 years are still on the road. That's more than Toyota RAV4. The Subaru Forester.
Drive a new Forester Premium for $374 a month at AutoNation Subaru.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Well, this is a look at a growing nuisance property in North Spokane. Neighbors and businesses in that area say people have been living on the property for a while now.
But in recent months, it started to grow, with some of the people camping there and hanging out in alleyways and streets nearby. It's located on Atlantic Street, just off of Francis, directly behind the Screaming Yak. Madeline Mullins explains why the sheriff's office says cleaning up this area is easier said than done.
It's known as Camp Dope, at least to those who live near it. These 3 campers, as well as constant visitors, causing problems for those who live near it.
It's frustrating. It's hard to go for a walk or be outside.
The open drug use.
They go and get high by the dumpster and leave paraphernalia back there, and there are a lot of kids back there.
Property damage.
People jimmy in their door handles at night. I mean, my Jeep's been broken into, my spare tire's been stolen.
And feeling scared to leave their homes.
Quite a few elderly people that live in those apartments too that we know, and they don't even really come outside. You don't see people sitting outside.
These are just some of the things accompanying those who have moved in next door.
And I have kids. I have a 9-month-old daughter. I certainly don't want people doing drugs right at my truck while I'm trying to load my daughter in the car.
As well as a frustration with what is being done about it and what little neighbors can do.
I just feel that the sheriff department could produce a little bit more action as far as clearing that lot.
The sheriff's office tells me that because this is a private property and that the property owner has given permission for these campers to be there, it makes it difficult to clean this area up. But they say the county is working with the property owner to get some of these people moved out. The sheriff's office telling me that in recent weeks, some of the items on this property have been removed. One business I spoke to agreeing, but for some, if change doesn't come soon, they may be moving elsewhere.
Yes, a few of our neighbors that live in here have talked about how bad it's gotten. They used to love it here.
A neighborhood, a shell of its former self, feeling helpless to the crime moving in. In North Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
All right, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now with your weekend forecast.
Oh, I've been watching an area of low pressure all week that is finally beginning to send some clouds our way. It's way down here off the coast of California, sending high and mid-level clouds, filtered our late day sunshine in Spokane as well as the starlight tonight. However, the precipitation is still staying well to our south and will likely continue to stay to our south through the weekend, with an occasional exception. For Saturday, our chance of rain on Saturday unlikely throughout the gray shaded area, including Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. A slight chance down around Lewiston, in the Blue Mountains and in the central panhandle, and then likely as we head into the southern panhandle. Meanwhile, let's go hour by hour through your Saturday forecast. 48 degrees to start the day. Light winds. Had a little bit of a breeze today. That will not be with us tomorrow. 60 degrees by 10 o'clock. Already at noon, we'll be pushing 70. We'll be in and out of the clouds, but more sun than clouds. A lot of those clouds will be very thin, barely muting our bright blue skies. 74 the high, which is 14 degrees above average. I'll be back with the second half of your weekend forecast and check in on where we are precipitation-wise. We could use some. That's coming up in just a few minutes, Derek.
Okay, Chris, thank you. The Idaho Transportation Department will soon begin construction projects on several bridges in North Idaho next week. On your screen is a list of some of those bridges. During the projects, ITD says drivers should expect lane reductions, alternating traffic, temporary closures, and flaggers. Construction is expected to last until late fall. For a full list of these bridges, you can head to KXLY.com. Well, it is make or break time for the Washington legislature.
Tomorrow and Sunday are the final days of the 2025 regular session. Albert James joins us from Olympia with a look at where lawmakers stand on a balanced budget and what's to come this weekend.
It really is crunch time for lawmakers who have until Sunday to pass a 2-year operating budget and the revenue bills that'll fund all that spending. As we told you Thursday, House and Senate Democrats settled their differences on the spending details, with the final budget proposal expected to be released Saturday morning with votes over the weekend. As for revenue, bills increasing the capital gains and estate taxes, extending sales taxes to computer, security, and temporary staffing services, and removing certain tax preferences all passed out of the legislature Thursday evening. Bills on increasing business taxes and limits for school levies were slated to be voted out of Senate Ways and Means Friday afternoon before heading to the full Senate. As you may remember, Governor Ferguson has been critical of the tax proposals pushed by fellow Democrats, but speaking with reporters Friday morning, he was more encouraging.
I'm confident that at this stage, based on the conversations we're having and what I'm seeing from their hard work and the legislation that's being approved, that I think we're on track to get to a budget that works for Washingtonians.
The governor says he's cautiously optimistic a balanced budget will be passed by Sunday's deadline, but reiterated a comment earlier this week that he'd be okay with a few extra days to get everything right. Certainly a lot going on and a lot to keep track of. We'll be following the developments and keeping you updated throughout the weekend. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Well, a special note from us tonight about KXLY TV and our parent company, Morgan Murphy Media. We are sad to report our longtime former president and CEO, Elizabeth Murphy Burns, has passed away.
She was a pioneering figure in American broadcasting, leading this family-run company for the past 43 years.
Born into the media business, it was not uncommon for Elizabeth Murphy Burns to rub elbows with politicians and entertainers like Bob Hope. After all, her grandfather founded the influential Superior Evening Telegram in 1890. She began her career in media at the age of 14, selling classified ads for the family-run newspaper. After attending the University of Arizona, she entered the field of broadcasting. By the age of 25, she owned and operated a radio station. She later rejoined her family's management team, and in 1982 became vice president of what would become Morgan Murphy Media. Under Liz's leadership, the newspaper business her grandfather started and her father expanded grew to include broadcast stations in 8 TV markets, 17 radio stations, a digital agency, and a monthly magazine. Liz Burns has been a pioneer for women in broadcasting, serving as the first woman on the CBS Affiliates Board and one of the first women elected to the NAB Board.
I hope that I made it easier for women to come after me. Because we'd worked out the kinks, and so when the women came along the line, the guys were used to me, and so I hope that's a gift I've left.
An early advocate for the transition from analog to high definition, she told a Senate congressional hearing that cable companies should be required to carry digital broadcast signals.
The transition to digital television will only succeed if the early adopters can get their local DTV stations over cable and have assurance that DTV sets will operate with digital cable systems and other devices.
Her influence extended internationally. She was part of the delegation for the second Bush administration to promote independence news media in Russia, collaborating with Russian media executives to foster journalistic integrity. In 2018, she was among those honored by the Library of American Broadcasting Foundation's Giants of Broadcasting and Electronic Arts Awards.
I and my family take what we do very seriously. Being an integral part of our communities to inform, educate, and entertain viewers on any platform that they want to watch us on, and being the one they trust and turn to. What a responsibility.
It's a prestigious award with illustrious fellow honorees. All have made significant contributions to the broadcasting industry. But Liz Burns was recognized for both her national leadership in broadcasting as well as her commitment to local broadcasting and the unique relationship local broadcasters have with the communities they serve.
Among those other honorees at that luncheon, radio and TV personality Ryan Seacrest.
One of the honorees, her name is Elizabeth Murphy Burns, right?
So she was amazing because she admitted out loud that she's the reason that we have to suffer through
HD TV. Is that what it is?
Yes.
Yeah, HD TV. You know how we look. You know how you can see our wrinkles now? She's responsible for that. She created that technology, a real pioneer of the business. She's a lovely, true pioneer, and she owns local television stations. And she's doing her speech, and she's charming, and she's smart, and she's funny.
Liz and her husband Richard have spent the past few years in Arizona, helping shape the next generation of journalists at Arizona State University's Walter Cronkite School of Journalism and Mass Communication, dedicating its largest teaching space in honor of the couple, a 141-seat technologically advanced classroom. Elizabeth Murphy Burns' legacy is one of innovation, leadership, and an unwavering commitment to public service and to her family, including her 5 grandchildren.
This industry has been very good to me and my family, and you need to give back and you need to set an example, because what you're doing is what should be focused on. It's the act, not the person. We enlighten, educate, entertain, and have fun doing it. You don't have fun, you aren't going to be good at it. And I think we're very good at it.
Elizabeth Murphy Burns was 79 years old.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
At Arata's Automax, the owner's daughter, Tatum, has been helping people with special sales for over a decade.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tatum Arata. What sale are you doing now, Daddy? Daddy, what's a tax return sale? What's a blue book sale? Can people really get cash, Daddy, and a car? Daddy, does that mean $1 will buy Arata card checks on RBS? I have $1.
Hurry in, everyone. Arata great deals, and remember,
we're Arata fun, too.
Don't miss the sales going on now at Arata's Automax and Mitsubishi.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
More Americans choose ABC News, America's #1 news source.
Seattle Seahawks entered the second and third rounds of the NFL draft with 4 total picks, plenty of options to improve, and they whittled it down to 3 with the trade. Let's meet the newest members of the Seahawk flock. Seattle started off with a trade up to grab South Carolina safety Nick Emenwari. You might remember this crazy play he had against LSU that was actually called back. Top-rated safety, 35th overall pick. The Hawks traded with the Tennessee Titans to get this selection. Emenwari will provide great downhill speed with long arms and quick feet. Former Gamecock is one of 4 players 6'3" or taller who reached 40 inches in the vertical jump and sub-4.4 40-yard dash since 2003. The Seahawks' next selection also came in the second round, and they addressed their tight end needs with picking Elijah Arroyo from Miami. The receiver often was at the end of a Cam Ward pass and averaged almost 17 yards a catch last season after dealing with ACL injuries throughout 2022 and 2023. Arroyo avoids drops and is a great runner for his size, and he can block pretty decently well. It's a great value pick to eventually replace Noah Fant, who is in the final contract year. Seattle's final pick of day 2 was an interesting choice, former Alabama quarterback Jalen Milroe. He comes off a fairly inconsistent 2024 season, but he can serve well in a quarterback room with Sam Darnold and Drew Lock. Milroe, as you're going to see right here, pretty efficient runner. He dashed for over 700 yards and 20 touchdowns last season, helping make up for his 16 passing scores and 11 interceptions thrown. His elite usage on short yardage and red zone appearances could be quite useful. Milroe is the highest drafted Seattle quarterback since Russell Wilson, also taken in the 3rd. Spokane Indians, they tried to pick up a win after breaking their win streak last night, and this game just ended seconds ago. Not that way tonight. They lost 2-0 to Eugene. Spokane picking up their first shutout loss of the season. A positive note, Jared Thomas recorded another hit. He has gotten on base every single game this season. And this season, the Indians added about half a roster full of new faces, but there's one guy new to the Indians this season that's definitely not new to Spokane. Sydney Berger has a story.
As a Mount Spokane Wildcat, pitcher Stu Flesland was watching the Spokane Indians from these bright red chairs, and now he's looking for his family and friends out here while he's on the mound.
Being able to come out here and watch pro guys play at that age was really cool to me, and I looked up to them and wanted to be them.
Stu Flesland is now that guy, a Spokane Indian that has kids in the stands aspiring to be just like him.
It's just an awesome experience at Avista Stadium, watching from the crowd, and now getting to play on the field is even better.
Flesland played high school ball about a half hour from Avista Stadium, where he graduated from Mount Spokane. In high school, you get a mix of kids playing for fun and ones reaching for a bigger goal. Flesland's high school coach says it was always obvious where Stu wanted to be.
Boy, Stu walked in with dreams of being big from the get-go. He wanted to play college ball and beyond
from day one.
From Mount Spokane, Flesland played at Boise State and UW during his college career before getting drafted to the Colorado Rockies. It didn't take anyone from back home too long to figure out what that could mean.
Now to have that full circle where like kids that we've coached at Mount Spokane, that we've grown up and seen, since they were really young, now in Spokane wearing the Indians uniform. Super exciting moment. Great for the area, great for Mount Spokane to be able to say, yeah, that kid went to our school and he was a great kid and a great ball player, and we just get to watch him and cheer him on.
The game has always been in the Flesland's blood. Stu and his sister Morgan, both lefty pitchers, won some pretty big games in their time as Wildcats.
I threw a no-hitter one time in high school, but then like 100 feet away on the softball field, my sister threw a perfect game, so I say that would be a pretty cool memory at Mount Spokane, yeah.
And to this day, Stu's game is still a family affair.
My mom's very vocal. I'll hear her from the stands every once in a while. My dad's a little quieter. He's just he'll text me after the game. Sometimes he'll try and break it down for me. And yeah.
Sydney Berger, 4 News Now, Sports.
Love hearing that. And we just started the third period across the street, Spokane Arena. Chiefs are on an offensive blitz. Score's not updated because the Chiefs just can't stop scoring. They've already added a 9th goal now to Portland's 4, taking a commanding lead in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Full highlights of this one, which we'll have plenty of, coming up on Nightside. So it's pretty incredible to see what the Chiefs have accomplished so far this year. Shea Van Olm and Berkeley Catton, this isn't counting whoever scored that 9th goal. They already have 4 points each in this crazy series that we're just getting started.
Yeah, 13 goals in a game with plenty to go is crazy.
I bet the crowd's going wild, Chris.
Oh, here's a look at our weekend forecast. Tomorrow, partly sunny skies with a high of 74. Sunday, partly cloudy with breezy conditions, a high of 73. And there will be a few showers around the region, but most of the wet weather is holding off until one day next week. I'll explain after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. Now, see it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
Life's better when you're under our roof.
Danny dreams fearlessly.
Because when you feel protected,
it's okay.
Your family's free to pursue their dreams.
So are you brave?
I'm brave.
I'm fearless.
I'm fearless.
Bundle life and save up to 25% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Playing baseball at Gonzaga University was a dream come true for me. I went from playing an organized sport to life, which is very much unorganized.
Guess we're the adults now, but BECU is always there to help us out.
Things to think about are paying bills, affording a house, planning for college, taking care of dogs.
We have so much to plan for. Having BECU as a partner just gives us total peace of mind.
This year, if you'd like to make your backyard fun and entertaining with a new swim spa or a relaxing new hot tub, then you need to visit Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs in the region. Featuring Cal Spas, one of the only hot tubs made in the USA that offers the highest quality of pumps and massage jets with stylish cabinet options at the best volume pricing in the market. Quality Spas of Spokane.
Life's just better in a spa.
Snow melting, birds chirping, it's time to celebrate spring. Now's the best time to visit Jacobs Custom Living. New furniture has arrived for spring, and we really have the largest and most varied inventory ever. Comfortable lounge furniture, elegant outdoor dining sets, umbrellas, and much more. Take it home today if you're ready, or get free storage until May. Special spring clearance pricing on select items throughout the store. Come celebrate spring at Jacobs Custom Living on Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
4 News Now is brought to you by Champions of Magic. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
In our break room the other day, there was a little tree that you could plant. I don't know if either of you were here for that.
Like
I'm
a
here
seedling?
early. Yes.
For anybody to take home? Okay.
I thought about it, and then I thought twice.
My heart has been broken by those seedlings one too many times. I don't know how people get those to take, but
Brian Neal knows how to do it.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Yes. Well, I have failed miserably at my efforts. Grow a little bit bigger, I can plant a tree. Let's talk about beautiful gardening weather this weekend. 74 was our high today. That's where we'll be tomorrow. 47, our morning low. Quite the warm up from earlier this week. It's hard to think we were talking about freezes. Sunset 7:55 these days. No precipitation out at the airport today. Obviously, we're running behind schedule year to date, and for our spring rain tracker that we track precipitation from March 1st through May 31st, we would expect to have a little over 4.5 inches by the end of May, but we are only about less than 2 inches of precipitation so far. March started out great. April has been kind of a bust. We do have the possibility to get some measurable rain on Tuesday, but Saturday and Sunday, at least in Spokane, our odds of measurable rain are 0. You may see a sprinkle or two, and then we have a better chance to see some rain in North Idaho on Sunday. Here's what's going on. Big look at our weather pattern. We have this area of low pressure down here. We've been talking about it all week. It's moving up to the north and east. A cold front coming down from the north. They will meet on Sunday as this system makes its way in, and that might be enough to trigger some mountain showers and even possibly some isolated thunderstorms through the mountains of North Idaho and western Montana. Then as that clears, we are watching another front. This one is coming in for Tuesday, and that brings a better chance of widespread rain across the region, which we really are starting to need. As much as it's fun to have a nice sunny warm weekend, we are running behind average on our precipitation, and we need it. Mountain showers this weekend with temperatures in the 70s. Cooler as that rain comes in, although temperatures staying above average, and then we warm right back up to 76 on Friday, the warmest reading of the season so far. Meanwhile, overnight lows in the 40s through the 7-day forecast. Kirsten.
Thank you, Chris. Well, it's Arbor Day this week, and to celebrate, we are taking you on a special Air 4 adventure, soaring above some of Spokane's most stunning trees.
We'll also be showcasing the many benefits these leafy giants bring to our community. Let's take to the skies now with the Air 4 drone.
Trees mean a lot to us. They provide so many benefits in our community. So Arbor Day is really the day where we recognize how important that tree planting is, and it's our tree planting holiday. As a community too, we've said that trees are important. So when development happens, there's trees that are required as part of a design, really like a complete project. Includes trees and street trees, not just for aesthetics, but for all of the many benefits that they provide. Got environmental benefits such as mitigating stormwater runoff to avoid the dirty water from getting to the river. There's also economic benefits of trees. If trees are planted on the south side of a home or a building, there can be drastic energy savings as well. So you're not running your air conditioner all summer long. The shade really helps with that. There's a major difference between neighborhoods that are shaded and ones that aren't in Spokane. There can be a 13-degree difference, and that's major on our really hot days in the summer. So we're really working on our major initiatives, and we're looking to plant trees in the neighborhoods that need them the most, that have the fewest number of trees, so everybody can enjoy the benefits that trees provide in their neighborhoods.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Attention Eastern Washington and Western Idaho shoppers. The great $500,000 Spokane Ennis inventory liquidation just got better. Many items have been reduced even more off our already slashed prices. Save big during the remaining days of our inventory liquidation. You'll still find plenty, all famous furniture brands. This entire inventory has been slashed and it all has to go. now. See it all at our temporary off-site showroom at 7503 North Division, next to Big 5. Believe us, you will not be disappointed.
It's Click It RV's 4th annual Family RV Sales Event, April 24th through the 27th. Get amazing discount prices from manufacturers from across the country, like Riverstone, Winnebago, StarCraft, and more. And get $2,500 over NADA for your trade. There's amazing financing with nothing down, low rates, and no payments for 90 days. And talk about giveaways. Win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash. There's free refreshments and games for the whole family. And just for fun, dunk your salesman in the dunk tank. So beat the coming tariffs and don't miss the 4th annual Family RV event at Click It RV, April 24th through the 27th.
96% of Subaru Foresters sold in the past 10 years are still on the road. That's more than Toyota RAV4. The Subaru Forester.
Drive a new Forester Premium for $374 a month at AutoNation Subaru.
You expect more from local news. Robin Nance delivers.
You were attacked yourself.
Yeah. Your trusted anchor in the newsroom and in the field.
So you would do it that often?
Yeah, like every single time I would eat.
Committed to uncovering the truth.
How often does it happen? How often do you call police?
It's not just about delivering the news. It's about earning your trust.
Do you think we're on the right track with this unit?
Where and when it matters most. Only on 4 News Now.
This week, Walker's Furniture is turning spring cleaning into spring savings with an indoor garage sale. Save up to 70% off all clearance and closeout items. Plus, special financing is available this week at Walker's.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
Oh, what a beautiful weekend. Mountain showers possible, especially on Sunday over North Idaho. We should be staying dry in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. I told my husband to finish painting.
Finish painting so you can go skiing, right?
Yes. All right, hey, Kirsten gets to go home, but the rest of us will be back in not too long from now in like an hour and 40 minutes with Nightside.
Time for shush shush.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact